What's going on, everyone? So in today's video, I want to talk about flashcards and single-use flashcards. I want to be my single-use. I mean, you can only play one game on it, kind of like a repo card. So essentially creating your own flashcard that can only play one game. Now this is more geared towards people who really like having physical media with them, not just something like an EverDrive or an Easy Flash. And everybody knows, if you don't already, I personally like my Easy Flash and EverDrive, despite the issues that they might be having at the moment. Now, there is something to be said about just having a single cartridge with you playing one game at a time, because it's more of the nostalgic aspect of it, but it is something that I personally like myself as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the website where I got these flashcards that are pretty cool and that you can play around with if you're looking for something to do. Maybe have a single game, for example, if you just want to have a crystal clear with you, one of the Pokemon game ROM hacks, or any other ROM hack specifically you might want to have. So all right, so let's get into the video. But first, please like and subscribe to the channel. That way I can know what you guys like. All right, so let's get into it. So here we are. Here is the website, Tindie, that I used. And the creator of these flashcards are J.Rodrigo. And he ships very quickly. He has very good communication. I had no issues contacting him. And here is what he has on his site. Now, you could also email him the ROMs if you don't want to buy the flasher itself. You can email him the ROM that you want to have added to it, or you can do it yourself. So, in my case, I had him add it on one of the flashcards, and another one was blank. That way I can give it a shot myself. And what I'm going to do is also show you how it gets done here as well. So as you can see on his website, he has right here. Now this is the one that most people are probably going to want, since this has the real-time clock. Now this would be a big deal if you want to create your own game, like Clear Crystal, for example, or any other ROM hack that requires a real-time clock. You'll need that. So without that, it won't run well. Now here is another card you can use. This one, I'll showcase both of them. And this one specifically is just the flash card with a 2 megabyte. So you're looking at Game Boy Color games. Be careful, not all Game Boy Color games are 2 megabytes. So it has to be 2 megabytes or less. Now this one, I have both of them, so I'll show both of them. Now, since it doesn't have a real-time clock, you can put a lot of different type of games that don't have that. And I'll put one on that was modified as well. That way you guys can check it out and see how it looks on the Analogue Pocket. As you can tell, the one without the real-time clock, without the RTC timer, is cheaper. Looking at a good $10 cheaper. And it does look differently. Now you can tell the motherboard looks more like a traditional Game Boy motherboard than this will. Now this one looks more like this here. Now, here is another good one. This is the most expensive one. This one is a 4 megabyte one. So you're looking at games like Pokemon Trading Card Game 2 is 4 megabytes. Shanti is another one that is 4 megabytes. So those are the ones you would have to do if you wanted to create your own flashcards. Now, like I've mentioned before, this is really for the people who want to have that one single cart, one single game. This is really for that niche group. It's cool to be able to do it. I personally like having Clear Crystal on one cart. It's kind of cool. Just brings you back more to the original way you would play these games. Obviously, it's not realistic when you compare it to like the EverDrive or the Easy Flash Junior that you can put as many as the memory card can hold, and in most cases you can put the entire Game Boy library on a single 4 gigabyte SD card, so you can really pack it in there. Now he has other stuff as well. Here's the cart flasher right here for $40. You'll have other stuff for the DMG button breakouts, PCB for the Game Boy mods. So there are many things here you can do. Now this is a pretty good website when it comes to overall tinkering around with different items. You can get all types of stuff from this website, not just from this one seller. But if you're looking to make your own flash card, this is one of the best places to go. There is another site I haven't tried it out yet, but this is right now what I've tried, considering that it's a little bit cheaper with the RTC timer, and the fact that he will upload and verify that it works is a plus. Now, one of the other things I do want to show is the fact that this actually does, according to the GB operator, thinks it's an actual real game. So let's just go ahead and let's show you what these look like now. Hey, so we're back. So I just wanted to make sure I had everything set up. That way everything just ran smoothly afterwards. So what I'm going to be showing you is going to be the flash cartridge ROM, the 2 megabyte. This does not have an RTC on it, and I'll be showing you the one with the RTC. And I'll be using their cart flasher for the Game Boy. So we're going to start with the non-RTC flash card. So let's just go straight to the file. So here's a program that they use. Now it is fairly simple. Before you overwrite something, you just have to erase the flash. The RAM will always get overwritten regardless. So first, let's check the cart info. Now here it is titled Pokemon Red. This is the Pokemon Red ROM hack that pretty much brings everything to color. So I believe it's a crystal hack, not 100% on it, but I believe it is a crystal hack, and it looks very good on the Analogue Pocket. Now, obviously, this will work on other modded Game Boys, or even the original Game Boy. This will work on. Not this specific one, because this one only works on Game Boy Color and above. But if you did put for example, maybe like an older game, like an older Donkey Kong game, that will work perfectly fine on a modded DMG Game Boy. So I reread this. This is what it's showing. And you know what? Just before, let's just override it first, and then I'll show it on the operator. So the operator actually shows it as an official one. So after I override it with another game, I just want to see what it says. So first, what you're going to have to do is erase the flash. It's fairly simple. Now, since this one is a 2 megabyte one, I'll just set everything to 2 megabytes and 32 kilobytes for the RAM. Then you gotta let it erase. There you go. It takes a couple of seconds. Erasing is the fast part. The slower part is going to be writing it on. So let's just go here real quick. Now what we're going to need to do is go to where I have it saved, and it's going to be, we're going to do Donkey Kong Land, the new color. So this is the ROM hack that added color to the original Donkey Kong Land that was only in black and white for English. So let's just do it now. Now I'm gonna do double speed on this because this is a little bit slower, and I'll let it show in the background. It's not the quickest thing, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing now. All right, so here we are. It has finished. So now we have Donkey Kong Country on this game. So that's it. It's good to go on that aspect. So now I want to do is just show you what it looks like on the GB operator. So GB operator, from what I understand, recognizes this as a genuine game. So I just want to show this to everybody as well. So this is something, I guess, to keep an eye out, because it might, if you're trying to use this as something to detect if something is counterfeit, this is actually a workaround. So just keep that in mind. So let's just try and see if we can load up GB operator now. Okay, let's see if it picks it up. Okay, let's remove one of them. Okay, here we go. All right, we just need to plug this in to directly, and then, because this is taking a little longer, so let's just go around to the back. All right, so here we are. I got the GB operator up and running. So essentially, I already put the cartridge in. It's showing it as an official read-only cartridge. That means a GB operator cannot overwrite this. So to overwrite this, you're going to have to use a GB flasher. So let's just launch the game and let's just see how it looks when I launch it. They all give you the same integrity check failure. Let's mute this real quick. So right now we're launching into the Donkey Kong Land ROM hack. And you know what? It's going to run. So I don't have any issues with this. Now, when you go from here, it's essentially going to show you how it looks. So now what I want to do, and I have this done, what I want to do is I want to test it out with loading an actual game. So let's just load Pokemon Red. Alright, so it had finished copying over the official version of Pokemon Red. So now I'm going to take it out of the GB flasher and put it in the GB operator. See what it says. Damn. So this shows it as official and everything. So this is a pretty big loophole in the Analogue operator's ability to detect authentic games. Right here, this is a loophole. Now, obviously, this thing costs $29, I believe. How much was it? So this one costs $25. So essentially, you could buy this, get some, just a shell of Red version, and play it off as if it's authentic, and claim that the operator says it is. So, all right, let's just see how it looks if I start up too. Okay, so my audio is already muted. Now it's playing it as if it's in a game with color. All right, so yeah, it looks like it's gonna play in color. Now, it's still crazy that's showing as an original game. So what we're gonna do now is I'm just gonna load back Donkey Kong Land, and then we're just gonna go move over to the Analogue Pocket. That way you can see how it all looks in the video and on the Pocket. All right, so here I have in front of me, I just want to show you first a repo cart. Here is how the repo carts, some of them look. Now, this one specifically will not fit in the original Game Boy cartridges. As you can tell, a good way to tell if you have a repo cart is just a screw. So for example, if you are looking at a cartridge that's not see-through, if you see something like this, it's clearly a reproduction cart. And if you're trying to pass it off as an original one, do not buy it, especially if you're looking for something that's an original. Now, this one is obviously a repo cart. Now, what I want to show you all is, here is the 2 megabyte flash cart from J.Rodrigo from Spain. Now, you can tell he definitely put a lot of work into it. He put his, right here, you can see jrodrigo.net, his website here, clearly says flash cart on the back. This is a ROM, it's gonna be 2 megabytes, and FRAM, which is for the save data, is gonna be 32 kilobytes. Now, most Game Boy Color games are gonna be 2 megabytes, so you won't have an issue unless you're playing one of the other games like, was it Shantae or Pokemon Trading Card Game 2, which is a 4 megabyte game. Now for that, he does sell a separate cart. It does cost more. For my purposes, I just needed something 2 megabytes and below. Now this is how it looks. This is the non-RTC one. Now, here is the other one that he sells. This one is with RTC. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to open this up. So this one looks like it is from an original Game Boy cartridge. You can tell here, this looks fairly original, even using the same type of screw in the back. So let me get my tools together. Let's just open it up, that way you can check it out. Now, you'll need this tool right here if you ever wanted to open it, any of the original ones, and this will be good if you want to see if something is original or not. Let's get it open. Now here's how it looks. Now, it looks fairly like an original cartridge itself. Kind of hard to tell the difference. Now, the real-time clock's right here. This is going to be the battery. So this is what's going to allow certain games to have that clock going on feature for the day and night feature, or for berries, like in the Pokemon games as well. They use day and night and the berries. Now, the ROM hacks will also need this as well. There are a lot of ROM hacks out there that do use the RTC. So that is something to keep in mind, especially if you want to play with all the features. Now, this is the reason why a lot of them will say, if you bought this, if you paid for this, some of the features might not work. So keep that in mind. Now, here is another good reason to get one of these type of cartridges. So here is the Pokemon game Crystal Clear, and I put it in a boxy pixel case. Now, you can't do that with a repo cart because the repo carts, as you can tell here, do not fit. Since they do not fit, you need something that can fit. Now, this is really made for original games, but with a flash cart like this, now you have the option of flashing a game and playing whatever ROM hack you might want to play. So let's just show it to you. Now, it's going to run pretty much the same. Here, it runs right off the bat. This is crystal clear. Now, one of the benefits of doing this over a like a regular flash card like Easy Flash or EverDrive is the save feature does work. See, it works just fine. It ran no problem. This is obviously a ROM hack, as you can tell, and it actually goes to sleep. You can't do that with the regular flash cards like I just mentioned. Now, let's just check out the one that we just flashed. Right, here we go. And it does kind of look cool, I'm not gonna lie. I like having this clear design, but I'm probably gonna do a whole nother video on Boxy Pixel cartridges and moving this over to a Boxy Pixel cartridge, including the other one here. So this one I already moved over, and I will get into more depth about these cartridges because they are metal. This is an aluminum one. They also have a brass one, which does add a good amount of weight to the pocket itself, but it's going to be for another video. I'll see, look, this one woke up right where I left off, and in case you ever wondered, if you put it to sleep while playing a different game and you wake up, it closes it out and goes straight back to the main menu. And here we go. This is pretty much playing a Donkey Kong game that I just loaded onto it. So it's pretty cool. I like having this type of option, especially with a metal cartridge. This is going to give me some ways to make my analog a little bit more flashier. But it does have a nice aesthetic to it. Now, one more thing I want to show. Let's just show you the actual flasher itself. Now, you get the option of either buying it without a 3D printed case or with a 3D printed case. I just went to doing the 3D printed case because I guess it gives it a little extra protection. This is how it looks. It's fairly simple. You just need to have a micro USB yourself, which is fairly common these days, and that's it. The software is available on their website. There's really nothing much extra to it. Now, one more thing I want to show before we call it a day. Let's just show these games on a regular modded Game Boy. So let's close out of this one. Let's just put Donkey Kong into a modded Game Boy Advance. That's cool. So you're playing, it just says flash cart. Now, it runs like it did on the Analogue Pocket with no issue. So it runs very well. This is a very good alternative for people who want to have a single flash cart themselves. So, all right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe to all the good stuff. Let me know what you guys want to see going forward. I have some more ideas. There's some other stuff I'm going to make. So, all right, everyone. Have a good one.